Hello, everybody. This is Aston Osai, Superintendent of St. Louis Park Public Schools, and you're listening to the Share the Mic podcast, the show that explores what connects our school community, who we are as individuals, and who we are as a collective. Through conversations with students, staff, and community members, we'll talk about what brings us joy, our hopes and dreams, and our connection to our strategic plan for racial equity transformation. Well, welcome, Halima, to the Share the Mic podcast. I'm excited to be with you today. So we're having a conversation today as a part of a series that we're doing with members of the class of 2023. So first of all, congratulations. I know that graduation is right around the corner, and I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
Yes.
But maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you would be willing, I would love for you just to tell us a little bit about who you are and what your experience has been like here in St. Louis Park Public Schools. Because I think you started in elementary school at Susan Lindgren, right?
Yes, I did. I was literally kindergarten. I was brought up to the St. Louis Park districts. I live in St. Louis Park, so it's kind of St. Louis Park has been basically my home since before I was even born.
Yeah.
So, I've had journeys up and down, and St. Louis Park has been there, for me, right next to me and stuff. During my high school years, I was struggling and stuff, and now I'm able to graduate. And so it's just been inspiring to me.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I appreciate your use of the word inspiring and how that has been that's how you feel your experience has been. And I'm sure along the way that you've probably inspired a lot of people as well. So if you would talk a little bit about, are there any, as you think about your experience, either it be kindergarten through 12th grade, are there adults that you've interacted with that have been a part of that inspiration that you're feeling?
Yeah. If I would go, I can name 1,000 teachers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they have inspired me in a different way, different shape or form. Definitely this year, teachers and staff members have very much helped me get through just what I needed to get through, have helped me with my struggles, and inspired me to just pursue my, the thing that I love most. Yeah. And so I'm in a thing called NTA, the Non-Traditional Academy. And we have 4 teachers in there, Mr. Weber, Mr. Miller, and Miss Husing, and Miss Merkel. And I can't thank them enough for just helping me out and just taking me under their wings and stuff. And they've inspired me so much to think, not just think outside of the box, but think harder and more creatively.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. And for me, that excites me and really warms my heart to hear that, because it's my hope that every student leaves St. Louis Park having had opportunities to think critically about the world around them, to get to know who they are and get to know who others are, and to have a academically rigorous environment. And it sounds like over your time that these have been things that have been a part of your experience. And I appreciate you taking a moment to acknowledge those teachers in the Non-Traditional Academy. It's just so important that we take time to thank those that have had a positive impact on us. So as you think about, high school coming to an end in a few short weeks, what are your plans for post-secondary?
Yeah, so I'm going to college at Gustavus Adolphous. It's in St. Peter's, and I'm going to be a student athlete, and I'm going to play soccer there.
Nice.
And that's it. I might be majoring in, I'm not for sure yet, but I'm leaning towards theater and maybe minoring in film studies. or just political science.
Oh, that sounds great. And I was hoping that you were going to say theater because I know that that's a part of who you are. And how have you participated in the theater arts here in St. Louis Park Public Schools?
Yeah, definitely during middle school, I was in a couple of theater productions. Not so much the high school, but I have done outside of the school of productions and stuff. And theater has really taught me to stay communicating to myself and staying like just open-minded and stuff, and just getting outside my comfort spot.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that I think everything you said rings true as it relates to theater. And I would say just being, taking risk.
Yeah.
I think there's an aspect of being a risk taker that goes along with theater productions, and I'm excited and thankful that you were willing along the way to take those risks, because I think it has made you the person that you are today. And I'm really excited for your experience at Gustavus, and I mean, hopefully you'll all have great success this fall in the soccer season. Do they have a good soccer program? I don't know a lot about Gustavus soccer.
Yeah, they have. I think it's majority of them are women staffed.
Okay.
And I work, and it's just, for me, I feel more comfortable with like an all women staff, and it's just I've seen like the other girls, and they're just so amazing, and I can tell that I would feel at home and stuff, and I'm so excited to meet the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, as a part of the Share the Mic podcast, one of the things that we do is called a mic drop, and it's just an opportunity for you to share anything that maybe you didn't get a chance to share during our conversation that you would want to share. So is there anything you would want to add?
I have a couple things. I want to thank so much the NTA students that are in the NTA. When I entered in, I wasn't really sure I was going to make any new friends or anything, or get outside my comfort zone. But literally now I have so many friends, and like I can literally call all of them my family. And for the students that like are struggling right now, it's not going to be the end. It's going to be the end soon, and just not give up. Because you're just going through this thunderstorms, and when you pass through those thunderstorms, you're going to get a rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to get through your dreams. You just need to get through the thunderstorms.
Oh, that's great advice, and I really appreciate you sharing that, because there's somebody that definitely needs to hear that, because life is not easy, and I think sometimes as adults we underestimate or minimize the challenges that students experience, and students experience adult-like challenges, right? So being able to have the wisdom and the perseverance and the capacity to withstand some of those challenges, and not only withstand them, right, but to come out stronger, I think is what really helps us progress along the way and become better human beings. So I'm thankful, all right, that you've demonstrated that during your time here in St. Louis Park Public Schools, and I know you're going to have so much success and a great experience at Gustavus. So thank you for being here today on the Share the Mic podcast, and I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, you too.